Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code VIKAS10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the second week of the July month. The session will be quite interesting and important, so stay tuned with us till the end. Students, we upload the daily current affairs video at 5 AM in the morning, which is very important for the competitive exams. So do watch these videos. Let's start. Union Minister of State for Science and Technology Dr. Jitendra Singh has inaugurated the National Biobank, that is India's first longitudinal health database at which CSIR Institute. So he launched it at which CSIR Institute? It is your CSIR IGIB, that is Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology. Right, this is an arm of CSIR only where this was launched. This state-of-the-art facility is India's first longitudinal health database. It is designed to support the personalized treatment plans, which encompasses the India's wide-ranging diversity. And this biobank will collect genomic samples and lifestyle and clinical data from 10,000 individuals across India's diverse geography, ethnicity, and social economic backgrounds. Next, in July, which Indian state became the first to implement a predictive death model for TB patients using the TB Seva, that is Severe TB web application system? So which Indian state became the first to implement this predictive death model? It is Tamil Nadu. Why this is important? Because with this, the patients, they will be able to get a better idea about how severe their TB is, and based on that their treatment can start. If we see a record of 56,000 TB data patients diagnosed in the TB in Tamil Nadu between July 2022 to June 2023. Next, as per the Northeastern Region District Sustainability Development Goals Index 23-24 released by the Niti Aayog in July, which of the following district is not among the top 5 performing districts? So if we are talking about sustainable development goals, the states that are implementing it in a better way, so there is a list of it. Question asked is which of the following districts is not among the top 5 performing districts here? So Longding of Arunachal Pradesh is not among the top 5 in this district. Hanathil is on the first position. Champai, first is Hanathil, second is Champhai of Mizoram only on the second position. Then Gomati on the third position, Mokchung on fourth, and West Tripura on fifth position. And Longding, Arunachal is not on this top 5 list. Next, name the study launched by the IISc Bengaluru in July under its Longevity India program to create India's first comprehensive aging database. So name the study. It is Bharat. Right, that is Biomakers of Healthy Aging, Reliance, Adversity and Transition Study. This will create India's first comprehensive aging database that will be integrating multiple parameters, advancing the clinical assessment and lifestyle factor. This project is headed by Professor D.K. Seni from the Department of the Development Biology and Genetics at IISc. Next, mention the organization with which Indian Navy signed an agreement on 8th of July for the implementation of NMDA, that is National Maritime Domain Awareness Project, that will enhance the maritime and coastal security. So which is that organization? It is Bharat Electronics Limited, that is BEL. This project will bring an integrated approach to data collection, analysis and information sharing across the various maritime stakeholders. Next, the 2024 edition of the Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan that was released by the Ministry of Education in July, Dash ranked as the top performing state in student learning outcomes for class 3rd, 6th and 9th. It is Punjab state that has performed the best and secured the top position for class 3rd, 6th and 9th, right, under your Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan. Correct? This was the 2024th edition of it. This assessment was conducted by NCERT. Next, which Indian state has collected the highest amount under the District Mineral Foundation, amounting to 31,324 crore as of July 2025, and it holds the largest reserves of minerals such as iron ore, coal, bauxite, and chromite. Which is the state? It is Odisha state. Here remember which Indian state? It is Odisha, and here G. Kishan Reddy, right, who is our Union Minister of Mines, he also inaugurated DMF exhibition, right. This was at the Handloom Hut in New Delhi, and this exhibition showcases the products and enterprises that are supported by the DMF fund. And if we talk about Odisha state has collected the highest amount of 31,324 crore rupees under this DMF initiative, surpassing all other mineral bearing states. Next, which of the following is not one of the 7 agriculture products newly added to the electronic national agriculture market, that is ENAM platform, in July by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare? It is Alfonso Mango, right. This is not one of the 7 products that were added to the ENAM platform, right. The newly added products are sugarcane, then 2 varieties of rice, that is marcha rice and Katarni rice. Then mango was added, that is your Jardalu mango, that is Bihai's GI tag, right. Then lychee from Bihar was added, right, that is Shahi lychee, correct. Then 2 products of pan were added, that is Magahi pan and Banarsi pan, right. One is Magahi is from Bihar and Banarsi is from UP. So these are 7 products that were recently added, and now the total number of products listed on ENAM platform is 238. Next, the Department of Post has released 125 rupees commemorative coin and a 5 rupees postage stamp to mark 125th birth anniversary of Dash in New Delhi. It was for Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. This 125 rupees coin, it weighs 40 grams, it is pure silver, right, and it measures 44 millimeter in diameter. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the 11th edition of the India Energy Storage Week held from 8th to 10th of July at the India International Convention and Expo Center in Delhi. If we look at the options here, all 3 options are rightly mentioned. Next, in which city did Union Minister for Communication Jyotiraditya M. Scindia inaugurated the VTU VRIF T, that is Technology Center of Excellence Hub, and Telecom Center of Excellence Hub and Spoke Center of Excellence at Regional Office of Viswarath Technological University in July 2025. So in which city it is this VTU? It is in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Next, name the initiative under which the first regional process lab was launched by the Minister of Tribal Affairs in July in Bengaluru, Karnataka, to build a network of 20 lakh tribal grassroots functionaries for enhancing the last mile service delivery. It is Adi Karam Yogi Abhiyan. This initiative seeks to create a vibrant network of 20 lakh tribal grassroots functionaries and village level change makers that will lead the development efforts and enhance the last mile service delivery in the tribal region. This Adi Karam Yogi program was launched in June 2025 that aims to improve the tribal welfare schemes implementation. Next, mention the ISO standard certification awarded by BIS to Arthunkal Police Station in Kerala in July, making it the first police station in India to receive such recognition for quality management. It is ISO 9001:2015. This certification process, it included 2 audited stages which assessed the risk management, quality processes and modern complaint handling processes. Also the basic infrastructure and professional conduct was handled here. Next, in July, Ministry of Heavy Industries launched the India's first ever demand incentive scheme under the PM E-Drive initiative for Dash to promote clean mobility in the commercial transport sector. It is to promote this PM E-Drive initiative is for electric trucks, right, that will promote clean mobility in the commercial transport sector. Next, name the scheme launched by the Department of Telecommunication in July to engage student volunteers as digital ambassadors for promoting telecom awareness and digital literacy across India. So what is that scheme that was launched in July? It is Sanchar Mitra scheme, and here student volunteers will be assessed as your digital ambassadors that will be promoting telecom awareness and digital literacy. This is the first outreach session under the scheme that was conducted at BSNL Bhavan, that is in Guwahati, Assam, right? Next is according to the World Bank Spring 2025 Poverty and Equity Brief in July, what is India's global rank in terms of income equality based on the Gini index in 22-23? First of all, this Gini index, it is released by which organization? It is World Bank, and they have released this index ranking India as the world's fourth most equal country with Gini index of 25.5, right? So India is the fourth most equal country. India has been ranked just behind Slovakia, Slovenia, Belarus, right? Next is name two countries that joined the new development bank as the borrowing members in July, expanding their total membership to 11 nations. It is Colombia and Uzbekistan, right? These are the two countries that joined NDB as the borrowing members. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 5-nation visit to Ghana, Trinidad and Tobago, Argentina and Brazil and Namibia from 2nd of July to 9th of July. If we look at the option, all these three options are rightly mentioned, students. Next is mark the correct statement regarding the 17th BRICS Summit held from 6th to 7th of July in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil under the chairmanship of Brazil. If we look at the option, again all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, identify the country that has become the 21st century to officially join the Eurozone after the European Union ministers' final approval to adopt the Euro. So which country became the 21st country to adopt Euro as their currency? It is Bulgaria. Correct? Take a note of it. And they will be start using Euro from 1st of January 2026. Next, identify the correct statement regarding Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 5-nation visit in July 2025. We will look at the options here. Again, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, identify the sites that are removed by World Heritage Committee from the list of the World Heritage in danger in a meeting held in July 2025. Right? Identify the sites that are removed. That means from the list of the World Heritage Sites in danger. That means now these sites are not in danger. So which are the sites that we are talking about? It is rainforest of the Estantina of Madagascar, then Abu Mina of Egypt, and old town of Gamdes of Libya. So these are the three sites that have been removed from the list of the World Heritage in danger. Next, identify the only Indian origin billionaire who featured in the top 10 of the Forbes America's Richest Immigrants 2025 list, ranked 8th with a net worth of $17.9 billion. Who is that individual we are talking about? Jay Chaudhary, right? Jay Chaudhary, he is the CEO of Zscaler. That is the only Indian origin billionaires in the Forbes top 10 richest immigrant billionaires that was ranked 8th position. Here, South African origin Elon Musk secured the first position in this list with $393.1 billion of net worth. Next, mention the country that is not in the list of the top 5 in the top 10 global tourism economies for 24-25 as per the data released by Economic Impact Trend Report released by World Travel and Tourism Council in collaboration with the Oxford Economies in April 2025. So mention that country that is not in the list of the top 5. It is India that is not in the list of top 5. USA on the first position, then China, then comes Germany, then is your Japan, UK, and on 8th position is our India. Next, identify the organization that released a technical brief titled Mapping the Application of AI in Traditional Medicine in July, highlighting India's leadership in integrating AI with traditional medicine systems like Ayush. So identify the organization that released the technical brief. It is World Health Organization, WHO, right? and the WHO unveiled their first ever roadmap for integrating AI into the traditional medicines. Next, pick out the correct statement regarding the fintech note titled Growing Retail Digital Payments, that is the value of interoperability, released by IMF International Monetary Fund in July 2025. So pick out the correct statement here. If we see option A, B and C, they are rightly mentioned. Next, during the visit of Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare JP Nadda to Saudi Arabia in July, which of the following Indian companies signed a long-term agreement with Ma'aden of South Africa for the annual supply of 3.1 million metric tons of diammonium phosphate fertilizer for the next 5 years. So this is the deal for fertilizer export, where DAP, that is diammonium phosphate, will be supplied for the next 5 years, and that too 3.1 million metric tons of this diammonium phosphate. So question asked is that which is the during the visit, JP Nadda's visit to Saudi Arabia, which of the following Indian companies signed this long-term agreement with Ma'aden? Name that company that we are talking about. So which are them? They are multiple, that is Indian Potash Limited, Krishak Bharti Cooperative Limited and Coromandel International Limited. All these three of them have signed this agreement, and this is for the next 5 years. Next, India participated for the first time in the 11th edition of the major bilateral military exercise Talisman Sabre, and this was held where? It was held in Australia in July 2025. Right, it was held from 13th of July to 4th of August, and it is being conducted across multiple locations in Australia. So this is the location we want to know. Next, identify the company that in July unveiled a new index named BSE Insurance Index, derived from the constituents of BSE 1000 index. It is Asia Index Private Limited. Right, this is a wholly owned subsidiary of BSE and have unveiled a new index named BSE Insurance Index. This new launched index is derived from the constituents of BSE 1000 index that are classified under the insurance sector, and the index has a base value of 1000. Next, identify the company that became the world's first publicly traded company to achieve a market capitalization of $4 trillion. It is Nvidia Corporation, and this is the company that is leading the AI race in terms of chips manufacturing and semiconductor manufacturing, the servers manufacturing, right? And these servers that are being manufactured by Nvidia are of high scale, and they are being used by AI for processing. Next, who became the only Indian to feature on the inaugural Time 100 Creators list released by Time magazine in July to honor 100 digital content creators globally? So, Prajakta Kohli, that is an Indian content creator, and she has been listed here, and the only Indian to feature on the inaugural means first edition of this Time 100 Creators list released by Time magazine. Next, mention the name of the author who has won the PEN, that is Poet, Playwright, Editor's Assist Novelist Pinter Prize 2025, recognizing her literary contribution that explores the theme of faith, migration and the lives of Muslim women in displacement. So Leela Abulela, right? She has been named as the winner of the PEN Pinter Prize 2025, recognizing her literary contributions. Next, identify the Indian women's right activist who has recently received the 2025 UN Population Award in the individual category for her committed work in advancing gender equality and combating gender-biased sex selection in India. So, Varsha Deshpande, right? She is the Indian women right activist who has received the UN Population Award. With this, she became the third Indian individual to receive the award, following the former PM Indira Gandhi in 1983 and renowned industrialist philanthropist Janigar Ratan Tata ji, that is GRD Tata ji, in 1992. Next, Dr. Jennifer Gerling Simons became the first female president of Suriname. Next, in July, which company appointed Priya Nair as their new CEO and MD starting from 1st of August 2025 for the next 5 years, succeeding Rohit Java? So, it is HUL, Hindustan Unilever Limited. This company has appointed Priya Nair as their new CEO and MD, and she became the first woman to lead Hindustan Unilever Limited. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the appointments of new governors, lieutenant governors by President of India Draupadi Murmu ma'am. If we look at the options, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, mention the company that partnered with Synergy Quantum India Private Limited to build India's first indigenous quantum secure satellite with an aim to strengthen the national space infrastructure against emerging quantum threats. So, mention that company. Which is that company? It is Space Transportation Systems. Next, Indian Navy, they successfully conducted the usual trials of Eraser, ERASR, that is an indigenously built, that is made in India, anti-submarine weapon system for Indian Navy, and this will be used in the INS Kavarati. This was tested through this from 23rd of June to 7th of July. So it is INS Kavarati that tested it. It is Eraser, right? That is extended range anti-submarine rocket. Extended range anti-submarine rocket, Eraser. Next, mention the name of the INS delivered by Hindustan Shipyards Limited in July to the Indian Navy at Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. What is the name of that INS we are talking about? It is INS Nistar. Next, in July, which company received the final regulatory approval from InSpace, that is Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center, to offer commercial satellite broadband services in India? It is Starlink Satellite Communication Private Limited, company owned by Elon Musk, that is Starlink. Next, where did the DRDO and Indian Air Force, they jointly conducted the successful flight test of indigenously developed beyond visual range air-to-air missile by the name Astra, equipped with indigenous radio frequency seeker. So where was this tested beyond visual range air-to-air missile? It was tested off the coast of Odisha. Moving on, Lando Norris, F1 driver, right? He's a F1 British Grand Prix. He has won this F1 British Grand Prix that was held in England. Mention the name of the team he represents. So Lando Norris, he represents McLaren, right? Take a note of it. Next, who won the Super United Rapids and Blitz Croatia 2025 chess tournament held in Zagreb, Croatia in July 2025. So who won this? It was won by world's #1 chess player Magnus Carlsen. And D. Gukesh secured the third position in this. Next is Neeraj Chopra has won gold in javelin throw in the inaugural edition of the Neeraj Chopra Classic 2025, a World Athletics gold level event held in July. Where did this event take place? It took place in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the Wimbledon Championship held in July in London, UK. If we look at the options, A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying Spain's Carlos Alcaraz defeated Jannik Sinner of Italy to win the Wimbledon men's single title. So is it correct? No, Jannik Sinner of Italy has won this, right? Jannik Sinner of Italy has won the women's single title, right? So ignore this first line. Next, Norman Tebbit, who passed away at the age of 94 in July, was a former pivotal cabinet minister in UK, United Kingdom. Next, name the veteran Indian actress Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan awardee who passed away at the age of 87 in July 2027. So, Saroja Devi, she passed away recently. She was a Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan awardee. Next, every year when is National Fish Farmers Day observed across India to appreciate the contributions of fish farmers, aquaculture professionals and stakeholders underscoring their commitment to sustainable aquaculture. It is 10th of July we observe this National Fish Farmers Day. Next, World Population Day is observed on 11th of July to highlight the urgency of population issues and the connection between the population dynamics, the environment and the development. Question is, mention the name of the city ranked as the most populous city in the world in 2025 according to the World Population Review list of the largest cities by population. It is Tokyo. Next, mention the state that became the first in India to formally align with the Cruise Bharat mission, that is a flagship initiative of the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, aiming to promote the tremendous potential of cruise tourism in the country. It is which state? The Gujarat state, right? Take a note of it. It is Gujarat. And India is heavily betting on cruise tourism and we want to extend this initiative as it will be creating a lot of economic activities in India. Next, identify the global telecom company that inaugurated India's first antenna manufacturing facility at the VVDN Global Innovation Park in Manesar, Haryana. So, identify the global telecom company. It is Ericsson. Next, which bank was awarded the Gold Award under the Public Sector Banks category at the National MSME Impact Awards 2025 held on 1st of July? It is Bank of Baroda. Next, name the port in India that set a national record by handling 61,317 metric tons of coastal cargo within 24 hours of 1st of July 2025. It is Adani Gangavaram port. Next, who set a new world record for the fastest century in the Youth One Day Internationals, that is ODIs, by securing 100 in just 52 balls during a match between India under 19 and England under 19 in July 2025. Name that person. Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Next, mention the company that became the first Indian firm to receive a patent for an indigenous defense drone simulator in July 2025. It is IG Drones. This is a Delhi-based company and they have received the patent for India's first indigenous defense drone simulator. Next, who was appointed as the non-executive director of the Interglobe Aviation Limited, that is Indigo, on 3rd of July? Amitabh Kant was appointed as the non-executive director here. Next, which company launched the AI Plus smartphone brand in July 2025? Name that company. It is Next Quantum Shift Technologies. It is Bengaluru, Karnataka based homegrown smartphone brand that has been named AI smartphone in India, right? They have launched this AI smartphone name. This is the name of the smartphone that has been launched. Correct? Next. Right, and this is the brand of smartphones that will be launched here. Under this, multiple other phones with different names will be launched. Next, who has been assigned the additional charge as the MD of India Infrastructure Finance Company Limited in July 2025? So Palash Srivastava has been assigned the additional charge as the MD of India Infrastructure Finance Company Limited in July. Next, mention the president of All India Football Federation as of July 2025. So Kalyan Chaube, right? He is the president of All India Football Federation. Next, who is the current chairman of India Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, and secretary of the Department of Space as of July 2025? So V Narayanan. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to the revision part that will be beneficial for your learning.
Next, in Goa's Ozofeni, they have secured GI tag. Pick out the correct statement here. If we look at the option A and B is right, C is wrong. C is saying that the GI registration is valid for 5 years from the date of registration and is non-renewable. It is not for 5 years but valid for 10 years and it can be renewed from time to time for a further period of 10 years each. So it is renewable. Now all the options are right. Next, identify the initiative that was recently launched by Union Minister for Home Affairs Amit Shah to promote the use of Indian languages in the official work and reduce administrative dependence on foreign languages. So the right option here is Bharatiya Bhasha Anubhag. Right, this is the initiative that has been launched by our Home Minister. And this BBA, that is Bharatiya Bhasha Anubhag, collaborates with Pune, Maharashtra based CDAC under the Ministry of Information and Technology to implement the Universal Translation System. Next, which of the following are the official languages of the Union Territory of Ladakh as per the Ladakh Official Language Resolution promulgated by the President of India Draupadi Murmu Ma'am in June 2025? So, which of the following are the official languages of the Union Territory of Ladakh? All of them, students. Right? Hindi, Urdu, Bhoti, Purgi, English, all of them are the official languages of Ladakh. Next, Ambassador of Finland to India, Kimmo Lahadrivita, announced the honorary consulate of Finland in Ahmedabad, Gujarat in June to strengthen the bilateral ties between Finland and India. This new consulate aims to strengthen the diplomatic and commerce ties between Finland and Gujarat, India, to support finance or to support Finnish, that is the companies of Finland, in expanding their operation and investment in Gujarat. Next, where will India's first e-waste, that is electronic waste eco park, will be set up with a capital investment of 150 crore rupees and an operational budget of over 3 to 325 crore rupees. It is in Delhi, right? India's first e-waste plant. Next, name the decommissioned INS that will be transformed into the first underwater museum, an artificial coral reef in Maharashtra, as announced by the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis. So, name that decommissioned Indian naval ship. It is INS Guldar. Next, is where did Indian Navy and United Kingdom's Carrier Strike Group conducted the PESEX exercise in June 2025? It is North Arabian Sea. This two-day drill held from 9 to 10th of June aimed at enhancing the operational coordination and interoperability between the two naval forces. Right? Next, India, serving as the Vice President, participated in the second session of the Council meeting of DASH, that is for the India International Organization for Maritime Aid to Navigation. So, this is an intergovernmental organization that is responsible for marine aid to navigation. Next, in June, Maharashtra government has launched the Infra ID portal to assign a geotagged dash digit alphanumeric unique infrastructure facility, that is UIFID, to each public infrastructure development project in the state. So each project they will be getting a UFID, that is a 13-digit alphanumeric ID, right? And this will be from 1st of October 2025. The initiative will be extended to all the districts and departments in Maharashtra. And the deadline here is that by March 31, 2026, all the registered infrastructure projects should be created and they should have this ID. Correct? So projects between 2020 to 2025, they must have these IDs. Next, the Fast Track Punjab portal was launched in June by Punjab's Chief Minister Bhagwant Singh Mann and Aam Aadmi Party National Convener Arvind Kejriwal ji. What does the portal guarantee within 45 working days for new ventures, expansion and industrial projects? It is for business approval, right? So the business approval will be provided now within 15 days, that used to take earlier 45 days, right? Take a note of it. Next, which state government launched a single web-based e-Nagarpalika 2.0 scheme, making it the first state in India to bring the state's all urban local bodies under a single platform? It is Madhya Pradesh. Correct? E-Nagarpalika 2.0 scheme, making Madhya Pradesh the first state in India to bring the state's urban local bodies under a single platform. Next, which company established India's first agri-drone indigenization facility, inaugurated by Union Minister of State for Rural Development Kamlesh Paswan in June 2025 in Chennai, Tamil Nadu? It is Garuda Aerospace Private Limited. Next, in June, which state government launched a new welfare scheme named Taliki Vandanam, offering an annual financial assistance of 15,000 rupees per school-going child directly credited to the mother's Aadhaar-linked bank account via direct benefit transfer? So, which state government launched this new welfare scheme? It was launched by Andhra Pradesh, right? This scheme offers an annual assistance of 15,000 rupees per school-going child directly to the mother's Aadhaar-linked bank account with no limit on the number of children eligible per household. Next, name the institute that was designated as Category A Rinderpest Holding Facility by World Organization for Animal Health and Food and Agriculture Organization of UN during the 92nd General Session of WOAH held in May 2025. So, name that institute. It is National Institute of High Security Animal Disease. Next, the University of Aberdeen became the first Scottish university to receive the approval for setting up a branch campus in India. Where did it get the approval to set up their campus? So this University of Aberdeen. Where it will be setting up its campus? It will be in Navi Mumbai. Next, name the bank that launched India's first cyber security operation, that is Operation Center, that is Sahakar Suraksha. It was in Vashi, Naman, Mumbai in Maharashtra. So which is that bank that has launched this first cyber security operation center? Shahkar Suraksha. It is Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank. Next, identify the state that declared 2025 to 2035 as the decade of hydropower to harness 58,000 megawatts of electricity and promote industrial growth, employment, and youth self reliance. It is Arunachal Pradesh. Right? This is the state that declared 2025 to 2035 as the decade of hydropower. Next, where was India's largest Gati Shakti multi-modal cargo terminal inaugurated by Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav? It is in the Manesar plant of Haryana. Next, Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change Bhupendra Yadav. He presided over the first assembly of the International Big Cat Alliance in Delhi. Which of the following country was not part of the ministerial delegation that attended this IBCA apex body meeting? Among the following, Nepal is the country that did not take part in this ministerial delegation meeting. Next, the inaugural edition of the Joint Special Force Exercise Tiger Claw conducted from 26th of May to 10th of June between Indian Air Force and the United States Air Force concluded at where? They concluded in Uttar Pradesh. President of India Draupadi Murmu ma'am visited Uttarakhand from 19 to 21st of June. Pick out the correct statement here. If we look at the options, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, which state election commission became the first in India to introduce a mobile-based electronic voting system that is for municipal and urban local bodies election in June 25 that will enable the voters so that they can cast their votes remotely using the Android smartphones. This is Bihar. Right, and it is making news all over the world. This is important that you need to remember, so take a note of it. And with this, Bihar became the first state to implement such a method. Next, and one more thing, remember this e-voting system, it has been developed by CDAC, Center for Development of Advanced Computing. Next, name the device launched by Union Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary in June for export examination during the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs conclave held under the chairmanship of Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in New Delhi. So it is iStab device, right? This high-level conclave that aimed to review the progress has also introduced various key reforms that will plan the way forward to improve the taxpayer services, and real-time tracking will be there, and paperless processing will be promoted through this. Next, pick out the correct statement regarding the 51st Group of G7 Summit held on 15th to 17th of June in Canada. If we look at the options here, option A and B is right, C is wrong. C saying PM Modi gifted a Dokra Nandi Bull sculpture from Maharashtra crafted using the traditional low wax technique to the President of France, Emmanuel Macron. Right? So remember, this method or this gift, that is Dokra Nandi Bull, it was gifted to whom? It was gifted to the, everything is right here, but this Dokra Nandi Bull, it is not from Maharashtra, but it is from Tamil Nadu. It is from Tamil Nadu, right? Then Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister of Australia, was honored or was gifted the Kolhapuri silver pot, and this is from Maharashtra. Next, pick out the incorrect statement regarding the 55th edition of the International Paris Air Show held in June, right, in France. If we look at the option, we have to find the incorrect statement. Option 2 is incorrect here, that is India's Paras Defense and Space Technologies signed an agreement with Dassault Aviation SA France to manufacture Falcon 2000 business jets in India, right? Why? Remember, this is India's correct company name being asked here. So India's Paras Defense and Space, right? They have recently signed this with Dassault Aviation. Is it correct? No, it is not India's Paras Defense and Space Technology, but it is Mumbai, Maharashtra based Reliance Aerostructure Limited, that is a subsidiary of Reliance Infrastructure Limited, right? So Reliance Aerostructure Limited
right? This is the subsidiary of RIL, Reliance Industries Limited. They have partnered with Dassault Aviation Limited to manufacture 2000 Falcon drones, right, in India. Above 2000 Falcon business jets in India, and this manufacturing facility for this will be set up in Nagpur, Maharashtra. Next is the 210th board meeting of the SEBI held in June. The board approved compliance relaxation for foreign portfolio investors investing exclusively in Indian government securities to simplify the onboarding process. And this decision will reduce the paperwork and also improve the ease of doing business for the investors. Also, SEBI declares the co-investment framework for Category 1 and Category 2 alternative investment funds. Next, RBI has revised the regulatory lending norms for small finance banks, reducing the mandated allocation to priority sectors by 15%. From when the revised guidelines are set to come into effect? These are set into come into effect from 1st of April 2025. And the small finance banks, right, they are required to allocate 40% of their adjusted net bank credit or credit equivalent of offshore balance exposure to the subsectors that are defined under the priority sector lending, right, and the remaining 35% to any priority sector lending subsector where they have a competitive advantage. Moving on. Next, name the solar powered car unveiled by the student team of Indian Institute of Technology Madras, that is IIT Madras, that is Team Agnirat, in June to participate in the Bridgestone World Solar Challenge 2025. What is the name of that solar powered car that was launched by Team Agnirat? It is Aganya, right? And this was launched by IIT Madras team, that is Team Agnirat. Next, who was appointed as the non-executive part-time chairman and additional director of Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank Limited in June for a tenure of 3 years? So, right option here is K. Ramchandran. Next, which state was declared the third fully literate state in India in June after Mizoram and Goa with a literacy rate of 95.6? It is Tripura. And all these are under the Ullas initiative. Next, who has been appointed as the chairperson of the 8-member technical expert group formed by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation to guide India's first full-scale household income survey scheduled for Feb 2026. It is Dr. Surujit S. Balla, right? And this is an 8-member technical expert group. This technical expert group will be chaired by Dr. Surujit S. Balla, the former executive director for India at the IMF. And this technical expert group will guide the National Statistical Office on all the aspects of surveys, final report making, and also for the analysis of the regional income disparities that we are seeing, income equality that we are seeing, and welfare targeting. Next, Adani New Industries Limited, they commission India's first off-grid 5 megawatt green hydrogen pilot plant where in Gujarat. And this is under National Green Hydrogen Mission. Next, name the platform launched by UPSC in June to support the candidates who cleared all the stages of UPSC exam but were not included in the final merit list. It is Pratibha Setu, and to all those students, job opportunities will be provided because they are students that are of well caliber and they can perform well in the respective positions, but due to the competition they were not able to make it in the finalists, so they will be given an opportunity other than that particular UPSC where they can also start their career. Next, what is India's rank in 2025 Sustainable Development Goals Index released by United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network in June 2025? It is 99, right? India ranks at 99. Correct. And this was the 10th edition of Sustainable Development Report, where first position was secured by Finland and India stands at 99th position. Next, identify the organization that in June 2025 announced the 2025 cohort of its Technology Pioneers program featuring 100 early stage companies including 10 Indian startups from 28 countries that are driving innovation across industries. right? So World Economic Forum, they have selected 10 startups from India. So they generally select 100 startups globally, and this time 10 Indian startups were included in this. So it is a good thing for India. Next, the Department of Financial Services held a meeting on scaling up RBI's latest digital lending infrastructure, Unified Lending Interface. Mentioned the organization that has developed this ULI, Unified Lending Interface. It has been developed by Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. Next, in June, Dash announced that it has listed India's first environmental social governance bond on National Stock Exchange. It is L&T, Larsen and Toubro. They have announced that it has listed India's first environmental social governance bond on National Stock Exchange. Right? And the company has raised 500 crore rupees through non-convertible debentures at a coupon rate of 6.35%. Next, mention the company with which Ministry of Defence placed an order for 450 Nagastra 1-hour loitering munitions that are your suicide drones to boost Indian Army's precision strike capabilities. So mention the company. It is Solar Defence and Aerospace Limited, and it is for 450 such Nagastra 1-hour loitering munitions suicide drones, and it is 158 crore rupees contract. Next, who is the first Indian selected as an astronaut candidate for the space mission of USA's Titan Space Industries, whose orbital mission to the orbital port space station is scheduled to launch in 2029? Right? Who is she? Dangeti Jahanvi. Right? Take a note of this. She is from Andhra Pradesh, and she is the first Indian selected for the TSI's orbital mission to the orbital port space station that is scheduled for 2029. Next, identify the sport from which Indian player Lalit Kumar Upadhyay announced his international retirement in June 2025. It is hockey. And in 2021, he was also awarded with Arjuna Award. Next, which Indian company is establishing 91,000 crore semiconductor fabrication plant in Dholera Special Investment Region of Gujarat? It is Tata Electronics Private Limited. And this first chip production from this fabrication unit is expected to begin by December 2026. Around 20,000 skilled jobs will be generated here. Next, who among the following is the co-founder of Oracle Corporation? So Larry Ellison. Next, in June, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of Maharashtra, Pawan Hans Limited and FICCI, they jointly organized the 7th Helicopter and Small Aircraft Summit in Pune, Maharashtra. Question is, mention the regulatory body under which the new helicopter directorate will operate as announced by the Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Kinjarappu Ram Mohan Naidu, during the summit. It is Directorate General of Civil Aviation, DGCA. Next, which of the following organization collaborated with Ministry of Women and Child Development to launch the pilot program Navya for providing vocational training to youth, adults and girls in June 2025? It is Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, MSDE. And this Navya is a pilot initiative that is equipping adults and girls at the age of 16 to 18 years with a minimum qualification of class 10th. Next is Union Minister for Power Manohar Lal Khattar in June announced that a small modular reactor SMR based nuclear power plant will be set up in where it will be set up in Bihar as a part of India's nuclear energy mission in Nevada, Bihar. Next, what is the revised limit for auto settlement of advance claims announced by the EPFO in June to provide faster financial assistance to members in emergency? It is 5 lakh rupees. And all the valid auto settlement claims up to 5 lakh rupees will be disbursed within 72 hours, that is within 3 days. Moving on, identify the person who was conferred with the International Buddha Peace Award 25 during a grand ceremony organized by Maitri Peace Foundation in Guwahati, Assam. So, who is that person? Dr. Mustafa Yusuf Ali Go. Right, he was conferred with this International Buddha Peace Award 2020 by Lakshman Prasad Acharya, the Governor of Assam. Next,
Next is who became the first Indian lawyer to be conferred with the Medal of Honor by the World Jurist Association during the World Law Congress held in May 2025. So, who became the first Indian lawyer? Bhuvan Ribhu. Here, this Medal of Honor is an esteemed award presented by WJA, that is World Jurist Association. It is for recognizing the Bhuvan's 2-decade long legal efforts in protecting the children from child marriage, trafficking, sexual abuse, forced labor, and many more. Next, the Water Heritage Museum, that is operated by the Center for Water Resources Development and Management, situated where has been included in the global network of water museums, a flagship initiative of UNESCO Intergovernmental Hydrological Program in May 2025. So this Water Heritage Museum, is it located where? It is located in Kozhikode, Kerala. And this is the third place or third location in India that has been added to this initiative. Earlier it was Jal Water Museum, right? This Jal Water Museum, it is in Udaipur, Rajasthan, and Living Water Museum, this is in Pune, Maharashtra. And now third is Water Heritage Museum. So this is the third museum added to this list. Next, name the Brazilian microbiologist who was awarded with the World Food Prize 2025 for promoting sustainable agriculture through the development of biological alternatives to chemical fertilizers. So, name the Brazilian microbiologist, Dr. Mariangela Hungria. Right? She will be officially receive this award at the World Food Prize Borlaug Dialogue International Symposium that will be held in October 2025, and with a monetary prize of 500,000 US dollar. She became the 10th woman to be honored with this World Food Prize. Next, pick out the incorrect statement regarding the Forbes report 2025 list of the world's highest paid athletes released in May. If we look at the options here, only the option C is incorrect. C is saying among the top 50 highest paid athletes, UK leads with 29 athletes featured the highest representation from any country. It is not UK but United States of America with 29 leads in this list. Next, President of President of India, Draupadi Murmu ma'am, she was conferred with the 58th Gyanpit Award on Jagadguru Ram Bhadracharya at an event held in Delhi for his contribution to literature in the field of what language? In Sanskrit, right? So this was 58th Gyanpit Award given to Jagadguru Ram Bhadracharya for his contribution to literature in Sanskrit. If it is talked about Urdu language, for contribution to literature in Urdu, Sampuran Singh Kalra was also awarded him. Next, Forbes released the 10th Forbes 30 under 30 Asia list. Identify the Indian personality who was not featured in this list. So Vidit Gujarati is an individual who was not featured in this list. The rest all were featured here. Next, mention the family that secured the top position on the Sunday Times Rich List 2025 in May with a net worth of 35.3 Great Britain pound, maintaining their position as the wealthiest in the UK. So, which is that family? Name that family. It is Gopi Hinduja and family, the richest in UK. Correct, with a net worth of 35.3 billion euros approximately. Next, in May, Prime Point Foundation announced the recipients of the Sansad Ratna Awards, honoring 17 members of the Parliament and 2 parliamentary standing committees for their exemplary parliamentary performance in both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Which Indian state received the highest number of Sansad Ratna Awards as announced by Prime Point Foundation? Right? So, which Indian state received this? It was received by Maharashtra. Right? And these awards will be presented during the 15th edition of the Sansad Ratna Awards. Next, in May, Bengaluru, Karnataka based writer, lawyer and activist Banu Mustaq, along with translator Deepa Bhashti, has won the International Booker Prize 25 for the Kannada short story collection that was titled Heart Lamp Selected Stories. Next, the 78th edition of the annual Cannes International Film Festival was held in Cannes, France. Identify the correct statement regarding the 78th annual Cannes International Film Festival. If we look at the options, we have to find the correct statement. So option B is right, C is right, A is wrong. A is saying Indian filmmaker Jafar Panahi was awarded with the festival's highest honor, that is Palma d'Or, for his film The President's Cake. Right? Is it correct? So Jafar Panahi was honored with this award, but not for this President's Cake. The film, his drama film was, it was just an accident. It was just an accident. This is the drama film for which he was honored with this Palma d'Or. Next is in May, singer and humanitarian Sumit Tapu was conferred with the Champion of the Order of Fiji, the highest honor of Fiji. Along with him, who other people were awarded with this Companion of the Order of Fiji? Apart from him, we will be seeing Dr. Krupali Tapu and Madhusudan Sai. They were awarded with this order, that is Companion of the Order of Fiji. This is equivalent to India's Bharat Ratna. Next is, which of the following organization was not awarded with the Gold Award in the National Awards for E-Governance 2025 as announced by DARPG under the Ministry of Personal, Public Grievances and Pension in May 2025. It is the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Next, identify the person who was conferred with the Asian Athletics Leadership Gold Pin by Asian Athletics Association for his contribution to the development and leadership of athletics across the Asian continent. So, Dr. Adil J. Sumairwala, right? He is the person who was conferred with the Asian Athletics Gold Leadership Award. Next, mention the name of the spiritual leader who was conferred with the Global Indian of the Year 2025 award by the Canada-based Canada India Foundation. Sadhguru, right? Take a note of this. Jaggi Vasudev, also known as Sadhguru, was honored or conferred with this Global Indian of the Year 2025